Welcome to another video, folks. This one's a little bit special, Sharon.
Yeah.
It's a low carb meal we're going to be creating for you today in the Cosori Turbo Tower. Now, we had a little think about this and we've come up with this little recipe and we're going to do little kebabs. So let's get through the recipe, have a look at the ingredients, then we'll have a close look at the air fryer, put it all together, and we're also going to make some avocado flatbread.
Oh!
Never made it before. We're going to give it a go. Let's have a look what we're cooking with today. Right, so what you got there first, Sharon?
In here I've got some plain Greek yoghurt mixed in with some Old Bay seasoning.
Right.
And that's been marinating for about 4 hours.
Right, so that's ready to go. That is all cubed. What sort of...
That's diced chicken.
Just diced chicken.
Yeah.
Breast, is it, or thigh? You can use any of them, I suppose.
Breast. I brought it as diced chicken. I'm sure it was diced chicken breast.
Right, there you go. So that's been marinating. So that's ready to be skewered up, basically, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what else are we going to be putting on these
I've
skewers?
just chopped some peppers here and some mushrooms to go on, and I'm just going to... In fact, I'll do it now while you're with us.
So if you are counting your grams, they do say that under 30 grams a day for the keto recipe. So for the sake of 2 or 3 little slices of that, you should be well within your 30 grams a day. So you just soak them with a little bit of olive oil. And apart from the chicken, we thought of something else. Now, we went down our local butcher's and we got some quality, emphasise the word quality, sausages here. Now, these, as you can see, are full sausages without much filleting, a very small percentage of filler in, which is like a rusk is what the processed sausages have. These have been created by a local butcher, and we're going to cut them into little cubes as well and put them on the skewers as well.
Not cube slices.
Cubes. Right, and for the flatbread, Sharon, do you want to come around here and hold this and I'll show them? So for the flatbread, all we're going to do is take a board. In fact, I'll get this going now. Take a little flat board there, 1 avocado. I've actually cut it in half. I'm just going to take the stone out of it now. Little cut like that, pull it out like that. And then just get a spoon. Make sure it's a fairly ripe one. When you press it, it must give a little bit. Otherwise, you'll have a lot of trouble sort of cutting it up. And basically, we're going to be pulping this. So just put that onto a board like that. And we're going to take the whole avocado here. This should be enough for what you call 2 flatbreads of a certain size. So on they go like that. Now with that, we also want 50 grams of mozzarella, grated mozzarella, and also 1 egg. But first of all, we'll mash this up, and all I'm going to do there is literally just get a fork.
What, you don't want a bowl?
No, we do it on there. Even in a bowl, it's very hard to do it in a bowl. That's why you put it on a flat surface. So come in nearer, and literally all you're going to do is put a fork through it, and then literally just, you transfer it to a bowl afterwards, Sharon, but it's just a lot easier doing it on a flat board because you're chasing it round a circle then, aren't you? If you're in a bowl, it's very difficult to mash something in a bowl because it just wants, because it's slippery, it just finds itself, you're chasing it round the bowl all the time. Whereas, as you can see there, it's mashed up very easily. So I'm just going to spend a little bit more time just mashing it up. Nice simple recipe this. I've seen many people do it on YouTube, but never tried it ourselves, so this is a first for us. And as you can see there, just keep mashing it. You want that as smooth as you can, and then we're going to be adding the other ingredients, and we will, as I say, probably transfer it into a bowl because we've got to put an egg in there and mix it all together with an egg. And as if by magic, one's just appeared. These are our new bowls, by the way, so all I'm going to do now is literally just transfer that, come nearer baby, into a bowl. And as you can see, a nice ripe one will mash down in no time whatsoever. So that goes in there like that. We're going to take 1 egg, drop that in there. Come in here, Sharon. I'm going to go in with a little bit of seasoning, just a bit of black pepper there, ground black pepper. And also a little bit of pink Himalayan salt, just like that. So we've got this grated mozzarella cheese. So I'm just going to open that. Now what you want here is 50 grams of this, so I'm going to guesstimate it actually, because I'm pretty good at that. So I'm just going to put that in there like that. That's probably about 50 grams there. There we go. And all you're going to do then is literally bring that all together, and that will be your basis for your bread recipe. So just going to bring it all together. And basically, that's it. It's a free recipe. That's good, isn't it, Shell? A free recipe.
Free ingredients.
It's a free ingredient recipe. And all you do then is you spread that out on some parchment paper, which has been oiled, because you don't want it sticking to it when it's been cooking. And then you cook it in the air fryer. You're probably looking at 180 degrees centigrade for probably about 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. But keep an eye on it and use the bake setting as well. We're going to be using the bake setting on this. So let me get some parchment paper out. We'll get this spread out and I'll come back to you in a second. Okay, so we're taking the top drawer of the Cosori Turbo Tower at the moment. I've covered the crisper tray in parchment paper there, and I've just got some olive oil in there, as you can see, and I've just gone over the whole lot because we don't want that sticking to that paper there. So just give that a good brush down now, and what we're going to do now then is to take our mixture and literally put some in the middle there, and we're going to spread it about. Now I'm actually going to try and do one big one actually, so I'm going to put the whole lot in. This is enough mixture to make 2 small patties basically, so we're going to sort of wing it here, and I'm going to spread it out a bit just by pressing it down like that, because we're going to try and make one big one. There we go, just take it out, you want it quite thin, so just tease it out. I'm going to use the back of a spoon actually, so that might be a little bit easier. There we go. So it's quite a big pita bread here, and as I say, very little carbohydrates in this, because cheese, as you know, is mostly a fat. The avocado has got all the good oils in it, and also so is the egg as well. So there we go. So I'm going to leave that like that now, and we're just going to get this going first of all in the Turbo Tower by putting it in the top tray. Now don't forget, this Turbo Tower, when you turn it on, you can either have the top tray or the bottom tray there. We're just going to use the top tray in this case, and then you've got a myriad of things there. You've got 6 different presets there. I'm going to go for the bake setting on this one. It starts off at 165 degrees C, so we're just going to take the temp up to probably 180, and I'm going to leave it on 20 minutes, but we will be checking it as well, and I'm just going to press the start button like that, and there we go. So we got that on. So while that's cooking away, I'll get Sharon back round here and we'll prepare these kebabs, get them cut up, and then we'll get them in a bottom tray and take it from there. So come back, Sharon.
Okay.
Right, so what are you going to do first, Sharon?
I'm just going to get some slices of these sausages ready to...
Right, so these are going to be chunks up basically, aren't they? So you're going to, what sort of centimetres you're going to do them? Let's have a little look.
We'll go like that.
Yeah, so just cut through your sausages. As I say, I don't think it will work all that well with cheap sausages, so do make sure that you get a good quality sausages and also a nice sharp knife as well. So you probably get 4 out of that, so you've got 4 lovely cubes there. And while Sharon's doing that, we'll have a closer look at this Cosori Turbo Tower. Now this isn't the Turbo Tower Pro, Sharon, is it?
No.
And probably the main difference is that on the bottom here, you've got your upper element, which they've all got, but on the Turbo Tower Pro, you do have a lower element, which you haven't got on this one. And don't forget the top basket's also got the upper element as well. Oh, I said element, didn't I?
Upper element.
Upper element. You do get this rack that goes inside there, and it's a dual level rack. In other words, you can turn it over the other way, and that will sit higher. That way, the food will sit lower, so you can actually put stuff underneath that, put stuff on that level there as well. That's the 2 levels in one big basket. There is a deeper basket than the top one, and then obviously you've got the top basket as well. They are non-stick coatings on these, and also on the controls here, a lot of air fryers have preheat. This one doesn't need a preheat. This heats up very, very quickly. It's got the DC motor technology for faster cooking and heating up time, and it's also got 4 fan speeds. In other words, you've got the air fry, roast, grill, reheat, bake and prove, and they've all got different fan speeds. The bake, I think you'll find, is the lowest fan speed, because that's probably for more baking, Sharon, isn't it? So that's the thing with that. They are supported by the VSync app, so you can actually record what you're cooking with the VSync app and see what the temperature's at and how long it has got to go. It does come with a 2-year warranty. It's 10.8 litres over the both baskets, and basically we love it. We've been using it all the time.
Yep.
And it's very efficient air fryer indeed. Cooks up to, I think it's about 46% faster than your conventional oven over there, Sharon, which we don't use. We've not used that for nearly 4 years now, have we? So you're just taking these little skewers now, and you're just dotting on the marinated chicken there.
I'm going to do separate chicken ones and sausage ones. We'll do separately.
Yeah. So there we go. They've all chunked up nicely, as you can see there. And all she's got here is some red pepper, some orange bell pepper, and also some mushrooms as well. And the beauty is with these marinades, you leave it overnight, Shao, really, if you can. That really soak in, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would do. Oh, and put a mushroom on there.
So depending on what your style is, your diet or whatever, you can put all different things. You can put tomatoes on there, courgettes.
I was going to, and I've left tomatoes and onions out because I'm making salad as well to go with it.
Yeah. So that's one. As you say, you've got this handy little rack as well with these little kebab skewers as well that sit on there, and you probably get 3 on each one, I would imagine. So Sharon's just going to make a load up because we've got more than one air fryer. We've got more than one rack, shan't we?
Yeah.
So we'll leave Sharon to do that for a second and we'll come back to her in a minute. Right, and it's just by magic, 2 lovely rows of kebabs there. Now, as I say, these are just our choice, so you can do what you like, basically. We've got probably 4 bits of meat on each, I think, and the same with the chicken there, Sharon.
We've got 1 sausage on each there.
Yeah, there's one sausage, one of them big sausages.
Yeah.
Now, let's have a look at our bread here. Look, we've got 8 minutes to go. Let's have a little quick peek in here, folks. Oh, look at that, look.
Looks like an omelette.
Nice, isn't it? Mm. So we got that. We've still got, obviously, loads to make there as well. And we've got a few bits of that left over as well. But now, that's the beauty of having a single line air fryer taking up the space of just one air fryer, and you've got basically 2 baskets. Whereas most of the dual ones, as you know, go the other way. Yeah. So space, if space is a factor in your kitchen, then that's going to be a big help. And also, you're doubling up, basically. Yeah. So we can start these cooking now. So let's get these in the bottom tray. We don't need the crisper tray in this case because we're using the kebab racks. So if we just put one in there for the moment, we're going to be trialling these out. So we'll start this one going. Now, in an ideal world, if we wanted to, we can have both of these to finish at the same time.
Yeah, but I want to get them in. So when that's
we're not really bothered about it because we're just trialling this bread at the moment, aren't we? So we're just going to start the second basket up now. And we're going to put that on at 200 degrees centigrade. And we're going to try 15 minutes. We're not too sure. We're winging it as well, Shao.
That's it.
So let's just start that basket off going now. And then we can always open the drawer and have a quick check as well, can't we?
That's it.
So we know for a fact that normally when we cook a sausage...
It's about 200 for 12 minutes.
Yeah, we normally put 200 degrees for about 12 minutes. Yeah. So, you know, you get to know after you've used an air fryer. They're all slightly different. The cheaper ones tend to take a little bit longer to cook. Mm. This thing being more efficient does cook a few minutes quicker. We have found that out. Yeah. But we only really use Cosori air fryers now. So they've got the DC motor technology, they've got the dual blaze technology, and also the DC motors make them cook quicker as well. And the variation on the fan speeds can help as well. As you can see, in the top tray we're cooking on bake, in the bottom tray we're cooking on air fry. Just a standard setting. So you are able to mix and match the settings as per the different baskets. Right. We'll give that another 5 minutes, let them ones cook off a little bit, put the sausages in, and you've also made up a lovely
I'm still making it.
fresh bowl of salad.
And I'm going to do some garlic mayo, because Jimmy and Charlotte are having this for dinner, so and Frank, and they love garlic mayo. Yeah. So. And
they've also got normal pita breads as well. Anyway, let's leave that for the moment. We'll come back to you in a minute, and we'll say bye for now.
Bye.
Okay, folks, we took it out at 15 minutes. And what we've done, we've nicked the tray out of the Turbo Tower Pro over there, and we've come over here, just stick it in there, which is a nice thing. And as you can see, we've got the sausage kebabs in the top there as well. So we're cooking away with them. We put them on for 200 for, I think, 15 minutes. But again, we're going to keep an eye on it. Let's have a little look at the bottom tray. There we go. There's the kebabs coming on nicely there. So what we're going to do with this now, to get this out of here, you've got to let this cool down, this bread. If you try and take that out now, it's going to rip and break. So all I'll basically do, when I push that crisper tray in with the paper around it, I didn't push it right to the bottom. So I'm able to just come down here, Shell, just pierce a corner like that, and literally just lift it up, and then you can sort of lift it out and just put it down. Oh, it's quite hot. And then all I'm going to do now is just release it off of the tray, because that tray will hold heat, and literally transfer it over to there and let it cool down naturally. So that's how I've dealt with that situation.
Well done.
That's the way to get around it. Now, if I wouldn't have shown you that, you would have tried to dig it out and all that, and it would have fell apart and looked terrible. But there you go. That's one thing they don't show you. And that's ready to go. So when that dries off a little bit or cools down, then it should just lift off of this paper nice and easy. Look, if I just show you, as you can see, look, it's lifting off there already. Can you see that, Shell?
Yeah, why don't you turn it round the other way?
What do you mean?
So the heat's at the bottom, so it'll be ready to peel off the top.
I'll tell you what you also probably could do if you wanted to, flip it over and cook the underside a little bit.
Yeah.
It's up to you. We'll leave that to cool down for the moment, let it get down to room temperature while we're waiting for the other drawers to finish, and then we'll put everything together and then show you what we've done. Well, there we go. What a little carnival feast that, baby.
Yes.
Looks absolutely lovely. There's the different components. The sausages work really well there, and also the other kebabs. With the other meat shell, the leftover stuff, we basically put that in the top tray and just cooked it off without having to skewer it, so you can have two different types of kebab meat. Call it kebab meat if you want. And also the pita bread, if I just turn that over, as you can see, it wasn't quite done on that side, so I did flip it over and again put it in the top tray for an extra 5 minutes.
So you're going to fold it in half and have a kebab?
Well, you can do.
Or you can make it? It's too small for a wrap, is it?
You could do a wrap if you want, but I think the ideal thing to use that for is to break bits off.
Oh right.
So we'll have a little taste test now.
Okay.
Let's see what it's all
Let's
about.
get a plate out.
So all these different components was cooked in the Cosori Turbo Tower. So shall we try the flatbread, the little flatbread first?
Yeah.
Let's break a bit of that off first of all. Again, we've let it cool down, and I suggest you do the same. It breaks quite nicely, and it's quite flexible as well, as you can see there. So if we just put in, what do you want to go for, the chicken or the sausage?
I'll just take a bit of chicken out of it.
Oh, okay, yeah, do that if you want. Now you've got your salad there. You've also got your garlic mayonnaise, which you've made up yourself, so you can put a bit of that in there.
Dip in that.
I'll let you go first. Tell me what you think of that. Virtually no calories, carbohydrates in that, folks. What's that like? Any good? What does the bread taste like?
It's got a nice little crunch, that bread.
Is it? So that's done with mozzarella cheese. I don't know what it's going to be like if you try it with cheddar. You probably can do.
Don't dip it in the garlic mayo.
Why?
Because there's so much garlic in there.
I can smell it now on you.
You can't do that. I love garlic mayo and I always put loads in.
I've never made this before. Let's give this a little taste on its own first of all. Full of flavour. Holds together well. Not really a bread, but you get the idea. It is an alternative to bread if you're off of the carbs and the starchy carbs and all that. It will work. So let me just go one step further, Shell. I'm going to take this bit here. Bit of this mixed salad like that, look. Like that. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in for one of these little sausages.
In my garlic mayo, for people that want to know, it's just literally full fat mayo and garlic.
Let me go in with this, Shell, look. I'm going to pull it off the skewer.
I've gone for the sausage.
Yeah,
I must say that...
Oh, hello. I've just shot it all over the table.
I was going to have the sausage. That chicken, the yoghurt, makes it very, very tender.
Does it? Let me just try that sausage.
It literally melts in your mouth, the chicken.
And I'm going to go in with that garlic because you smell of it as well. I'm just going to put that over there like that. Now the thing is that I've only just taken a little segment here, but I'll put a...
How are you going to get that in your mouth?
I don't know, Sharon. I'm going to find out right now. I'm just going to fold it in half, look. Oh, that's all right. That works well, look. Let's go in.
Watch how big his mouth goes. Oh.
It's a taste sensation.
You wouldn't know you was eating low or no carb meal.
First temptation to the very last bite.
You carry on telling them.
Well, I don't know what else to say. I want you to try a piece of that chicken in a minute and you can see how light it is.
That is superb, folks. That bread, or call it bread, that avocado, egg and mozzarella cheese really does work. You've got to let it cool down now, as I said to you. And it is quite bendy and flexibly.
Flexibly? Look, you've got new
Probably
words.
because of the mozzarella having the stringy consistency. So I'll definitely go with the mozzarella. Let me put that down for a minute. Sharon wants me to taste the...
Honestly, that chicken is so light.
Yeah, let's have a little go at that as well.
Because sometimes chicken can be a bit chewy, innit, dense, but that is moist and just falls apart. So let it soak in the yoghurt and add your seasoning to the yoghurt.
Yeah, you put Old Bay seasoning in there.
Yeah.
Having a seasoning in there takes chicken, which can be quite bland if it's not thigh chicken or leg chicken, if you're just using the breast. Marinate it in something, if you can, overnight. And all I can say is that if you're interested in the Cosori and the capabilities of cooking it's got in that small footprint of one air fryer, but you actually get 2 air fryers, check out the link below in the description. It's the best price you're going to get it for at this moment in time, so do check that link out as well.
Can't beat a Cosori.
Right, we've got to go now, folks, because this is getting cold.
It's got to wash up because it's Valentine's.
Oh, here we go. Anything for you, baby. But thanks very much, folks. We'll see you in the next video, and until then,
Bye.
bye for now.